Bad Bunny is picked for the Super Bowl halftime show and MAGA loses their minds. Honestly, they just hate musicians who wear flashy outfits. This is just another day. Last night, a major announcement rocked the nation.
Overnight, the Latin superstar making it official. Bad Bunny is set to headline the Super Bowl 60 halftime show. Within minutes of the big announcement, excitement soaring on social media.
I'm so excited.
Okay, that is big news, but to be fair, excitement on social media doesn't always translate into lasting excitement. I mean, people were pretty excited about Moo Dang, but where is he now? A backup dancer for Bad Bunny? Wow, this is going to be an epic halftime show. But while the reaction from some was excitement, not everybody was basking in the celebratory glow.
Some conservatives are not happy about this announcement. Starbuck posted on X, Roger Goodell and the NFL just decided to make the Super Bowl political by picking Bad Bunny as the 2026 Super Bowl music act. The guy literally says he isn't touring the U.S. because of Trump's ICE raids.
Can you believe that? The nerve of this guy watching the news and seeing immigrants getting tackled by ICE agents and ripped from their families and then not wanting to tour here? What's he so afraid of besides apparently everything? Now, in a bit of a tongue-in-cheek acknowledgement of his refusal to play in the United States out of fear of some of his fans getting deported by ICE, Bad Bunny posted on social media before the Super Bowl announcement, after discussing it with my team, I think I'll just do one date in the United States. And wouldn't it have been great if, instead of the Super Bowl halftime show, he was like, and that date is the Boone County Fair in Belvidere, Illinois. That's right, once you've watched the pig showcase and made that farmer feel like a hero for having a roided up pumpkin, head on over to the dirt bike track to see me, 3-time Grammy winner Bad Bunny. Maybe then conservatives would have gotten on board. But probably not.
Also, most of his songs aren't even in English. This is not a pick designed to unite football fans or let people just enjoy the show. It was a pick designed to divide fans, and no doubt Bad Bunny will find some way to push a woke message. Benny Johnson also weighed in, writing the NFL self-destructing year after year.
Or, and I might really be reaching with this one, people like his music, and not everything is a conspiracy to inject your children with wokeness. Look, this wasn't some slight against the Trump administration. In fact, it seems to be in line with how Trump makes all of his moves. It was a business decision. Latin and South America are two of the largest and fastest growing viewership markets for the NFL, and where Bad Bunny stands on the issues does not matter. He is one of the most popular artists in the world. But conservatives don't see it that way.
This doesn't make sense. You don't go with Bad Bunny when you are, let's just say, on thin ice as it is, okay? Okay? Because we're talking companies like Disney, NFL, they want to get their merger done, and they pick this vulgar, and I mean vulgar, artist.
Okay, let's put the idea to the side that conservatives like Trish Regan are completely okay with having the federal government threaten companies if they don't toe the line and only say speech that they agree with, and instead focus on the vulgar aspect of Bad Bunny's lyrics, which honestly seems to be one of her biggest complaints.
And whose music is unintelligible while frankly disgusting. I mean, whatever happened to, the halftime show being family friendly?
Wow, so your issue is that Bad Bunny's lyrics are disgusting and she can't even understand the disgusting stuff that he's saying. Got it. But I hear you. The halftime show is a chance for family-friendly entertainment, and thanks to lame progressive wokeness, we can't even have that anymore. I mean, what happened to the days when parents could sit in front of the TV with their children and explain to them what exactly Katy Perry and Lenny Kravitz were simulating during this halftime show? Look, I'll be honest, I know some Bad Bunny tunes, but I wouldn't say I'm an aficionado. What exactly is he putting down that I'm not picking up?
I mean, we're talking total glorifications of all kinds of misogynist sexual stuff that we're not going to get into. Total objectification of women. Any parent would be horrified to hear this. Just horrified, or adult, okay? Adult. There's glorification of drug and alcohol in his songs tied to all this party life. And there's very violent undertones in these early, what they call trap tracks. See, I'm actually a classical musician by background, but occasionally I step into learning a few things about Latino rap.
I'm sorry, but if Trish Regan was any whiter, she would be a kicker in the NFL. But, okay, glorification of women, glorification of drugs and alcohol, and violent undertones. I gotta hand it to her, she's right. And frankly, you would never catch a conservative artist committing such moral atrocities and denigrating the sacrosanctity of this family-friendly show.
Kid Rock gets it.
I figured out years ago, I'm gonna play to my base. I'm not gonna worry about, trying to please everyone.
Hell yes, Kid Rock gets it. In fact, he's already performed at the halftime show where he showed so much respect for the flag, he ripped a hole through the middle so he could shove his head through it as if it was birthing him. See, a guy like Kid Rock doesn't get into the glorification of women, like in his song Balls in Your Mouth, which might just be a reference to sporting equipment. I'm not sure. Let's check out the lyrics, shall we? Cruising through town in my jacked up truck, eyes open cause I'm scoping for a big butt slut, one that I can take straight back to my house and have suck my dick and put my balls in her mouth. Okay, so yes, sporting equipment. But hey, maybe that's just a one-off. I mean, every patriotic artist has their vulgar phase, right? How about the lyrics from this song, Black Chick, White Guy, from his Devil Without a Cause album. Fucking after lunch in the junior high bathrooms, drinking champagne and tripping on mushrooms, his dick was metal, her pussy was a magnet, 9th grade came, I'm pregnant. Apparently, those lyrics are Trish Regan approved. Tell you what, how about just one more example, and just in case conservatives think we're going too far back into the Kid Rock catalog. So here's a track, Don't Tell Me How to Live, from his most recent album, Devil Without a Cause. You heard me scream it, and 20 years later, bitch, I still fucking mean it. Bucka bucka, you ain't never met a motherfucker like this. Kiss my ass, then you can suck a dick. Sounds family-friendly to me. If I'm being honest, I'm a little surprised with how frequently Kid Rock was talking about wanting his dick sucked, because if you watch conservative media, it seems like they're blowing him every second.
And he joins us live. Bob Ritchie, also known as Kid Rock, is here on the set. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Bob.
Good morning, kids.
He's sitting next to the President of the United States talking like a businessman, but that's the most unique outfit, the most patriotic thing I've ever seen.
So one of the things about you is you're not afraid to give your opinion. You famously did the Bud Light thing, pretty much blew them up, but you're back on good terms with them again, right?
Yeah, well, I'm a Christian. I believe in forgiveness.
Ah, yes, I believe it is Psalm 23, which reads, "The Lord is my shepherd, and his dick was metal." The irony is, for a movement so hell-bent on ending cancel culture and protecting free speech, they seem perfectly fine silencing anyone who doesn't bow down to dear leader. This goes for Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, and now Bad Bunny. MAGA conservatives love to complain that the America they know and love is slipping away, but it seems to me that championing the federal government strong-arming private companies as a way of silencing speech is the least American thing you could possibly do. But I actually have some good news for conservatives that might solve a lot of their problems. You see, technology has actually come a long way in the last few years, and apparently, engineers from all around the globe got together and invented this pressable button that can actually help you when you don't want to hear what's on your TV. Yeah, it's like a convenient little trick for those rare instances when the United States government isn't around to strong-arm its dissenters into submission. So look, conservatives can wrap themselves in as many flags as they want, but that stars and stripes attire does not make you more patriotic than the next person if you think their First Amendment right somehow counts less than yours. But the fact that they do believe that is,
Frankly, disgusting.
Exactly. Before you go, if you enjoyed this content and you want to see more and support independent media, please subscribe to this channel. The subscribe button will be right here on the screen. But second, the reality is that we are now in a political environment where this administration can lean on any of the social media platforms to suppress certain voices if they don't like critical coverage. That means my longevity here is in the hands of a few tech billionaires who are already making it clear that they are willing to cater to this administration. To that end, signing up for my newsletter is a way for me to reach you directly if that ever becomes necessary. I'll put the link right here on the screen as well, so please sign up. It's free, but there's also an option to do a paid subscription if you'd like to support me and my team. I really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching.